joining us for news on What's Up Caribbean for Wednesday, March 11th, 2015. In the headlines, CARICOM approves $750,000 loan for a solar power project in St. Vincent. Barbados government tightening loopholes on tax evasion. And Jean-Bertrand Aristide's ex-security chief killed in Haiti. In sports, Kieran Pollard quits first-class cricket. The details to these and other regional developments up next.
Hey, check it out.
When it gets cold, feels like the end. There's no place to go, you know I won't give in. No, I won't give in.
In the news, the Caribbean community has approved a $750,000 loan for a solar power project to help reduce electricity costs at the new Argyle International Airport in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. CARICOM Development Fund CEO Lon McDonough said the funding will be used to purchase equipment to establish a 174.4 kilowatt solar energy farm. It will be the first part of a wider program of power generation to meet the needs of the Argyle International Airport at peak demand and full operation, and it is expected that at full generation, any excess electricity will be made available through the grid to the rest of St. Vincent. Argyle International is the largest infrastructure project in which the fund is involved, having provided $8.22 million in a mixture of loans and grants for the construction of the runway and apron and the acquisition and installation of the runway lighting. The Barbados government says it will not tolerate businesses operating within the international business and financial services sector engaging in tax evasion practices and is seeking support from the Paris-based Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the OECD. Commerce Minister Donville Innes, speaking in Parliament yesterday, said he had already written to the OECD and the island has formally committed to signing on to the automatic exchange of tax information. In his contribution to the debate on the Corporate and Trust Services Providers Bill 2015, Innes said that the government have taken a paradigm shift, noting that Barbados needs to be a player and to be seen as a major player in the international financial services sector where it matters most. Oriol Jean, the former security chief of ex-president Jean-Bertrand Aristide, and whose testimony in U.S. courts a decade ago helped take down key figures in Haiti's drug trafficking underworld, was shot to death Monday in Port-au-Prince. Haiti's national police spokesperson confirmed Jean's murder between the Delmas 29 and 30 neighborhoods, not far from the international airport. Reports are that he was shot twice by 3 men on a motorcycle. News of Jean's death and photos of his bullet-riddled body lying face down in a pool of blood on the street quickly spread through social media. In 2005, Jean was sentenced to 3 years in prison in a money laundering plea deal after helping the U.S. Attorney's Office convict several Haitians and Colombians of moving tons of Colombian cocaine through Haiti to the United States. Finally, Cuba rallied behind Venezuela on Tuesday, offering the closest ally unconditional support after U.S. President Barack Obama authorized new sanctions against officials of the turbulent South American oil producer. The Cuban reaction marked its first public confrontation with the United States since the two countries began discussions in December on fully restoring diplomatic relations. Cuba joins other leftist regional governments in its closing ranks, with Caracas in the deepening U.S.-Venezuela row. An official statement published in the island's state-run media called Obama's executive order implementing these sanctions arbitrary and aggressive. That's Rapper News. Up next, to look at sports. Welcome back in sports. West Indies all-rounder Kieran Pollard is to take on indefinite break from first-class cricket, Trinidad and Tobago cricket officials have said. The confirmation came shortly after Pollard took 5 for 36 on Monday for TNT in a 175-run loss against the Windward Islands in the WICB Professional Cricket League at the National Cricket Centre in Couva. He will be out of the Red Force team for their next PCL 4-day match against current leaders Guyana Jaguars in Guyana starting this Friday. Earlier this season, opening batsman Adrian Barath pulled out of the team, saying he too was taking a break. Pollard's announcement comes on the heels of countryman Dwayne Bravo and Lendell Simmons' retirement from Test cricket. That's sports. Up next, a recap of your headlines.
Hey, check it out.
When it gets cold, feels like the end. There's no place to go, you know I won't give in. No, I won't give in. Keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through, we'll make it.
In the top stories making news, CARICOM approves a $750,000 loan for a solar power project in St. Vincent and Grenadines. Barbados government tightening loopholes on tax evasion. And Jean-Bertrand Aristide's ex-security chief killed in Haiti on Monday. In sports, Kieran Pollard quits first-class cricket. Remember, for the latest in news, sports and other regional developments, log on to whatsupcaribbean.com, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This was a Carib production. Thanks for joining us.